thing about having a passive income like this in a specific model that we show people, you don't have to put the extra effort in. If you want to make more money on your job, you either have to ask for a raise and hopefully get it, or get another job or work overtime. This is something that is sustainable, even if you have a job. I was just telling him.
Real estate, should we buy it, Lex?
Absolutely. To me, you don't really have a choice. At this day and age, especially, it's one saying that you probably heard, and I'm paraphrasing. The one thing that they're not making more of is land, and you need to have a piece of it. It's something that never goes down; it always goes up.
No, I dig it. Derek, you love duplexes, man. You talk about it with enthusiasm. Why duplex, and what has the duplex, even just one duplex, done for your personal life?
Man, it got me out of that job that I hated, but I just love duplex.
Wow.
I just love the idea that somebody is paying your mortgage or your rent, and it's doing this forever. So once you do this house hacking, once you live on one side around the other, no matter what you decide, wherever you stay in a duplex, or you get a single family, or you move in a condo, or whatever you want to do, you always got somebody paying your rent, mortgage, whatever. You're living for free as long as you own that duplex. So
Yeah.
it's the ultimate play. I love to play.
So when did you get your duplex, or you guys' first duplex?
I'll let her go first.
Yeah, 2017. That's when we got started in the game.
Yeah.
2017, and now we're at 2025. So
Yep.
how was it juggling a real estate portfolio? How many houses do you got, or how many units do you guys have?
7.
Yeah, we got 7.
All right. So how was it doing that while working full-time jobs? How was that going for you guys?
No, we do not.
No,
Wow.
we was able to retire off of this.
Yeah.
Hold on, you were able to retire off of just 7 units.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you do it a specific way and you're able to maximize your profits, you don't have to have 50 or 100 units to be able to have enough money to pay for your lifestyle. And that's a common misconception that people have.
Especially if you get them at the right price, because some people are just buying real estate because it's sexy, or like, yeah, you know, everybody's doing it. We can do it. I want to do it. And they're getting houses that they're not even making money off.
That's one thing that sparked, like, it was several things that sparked us actually doing what we're doing now, like with teaching people. But one of the things was, like, Derek's friend, he had somebody who told him, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to tell this girl, she just want to get into real estate. I'm trying to tell her it's a horrible deal. And she's like, well, I just want to get into real estate. And it's like, that's how people go under.
So everything isn't a good deal.
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
Let's give us the breakdown. If you could share some rough numbers about the duplex you got in 2017. How old were you then?
I was 22.
What? Okay. All right. Go for it. Give me the goods.
Okay, so I was 22. So at the time, we live in a smaller town. So however much the property is, it pertains to your market. So I was able to get the house for like 87. And
where did you find the house?
Oh, I found a house. He always want me to tell people I found a house on Craigslist. It's a rare situation, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna get a good deal by any means necessary, and I'm not gonna, overpay for it. So either way, the mortgage payment at the time was 725, and so it was 725, and then the tenant who was living in there was paying 725. So exactly. So I kept that same tenant. She was living downstairs, and I wanted a free place to live. That was my first place when I moved out home. So I was like, okay, I need an apartment, which was literally my first house. And so, I was able to live for free. I didn't make no money off that first deal at the current rental rate, but I didn't have a rent or mortgage to pay either.
So you were able to live for free. So when you moved out of the property, how much were you able to rent out that unit for approximately?
The one that I was living in, I was able to rent that out for $1,100.
$1,100. So some people might say, like, they don't want to live next to somebody. I would say if you have an apartment, you're living next to somebody. So why not live next to somebody in your own house?
And it's sacrifice. It's like delayed gratification gets you the best results. So I wanted a single family before I heard this concept of living for free. I wanted a single family home. I never thought about staying in a duplex, but when I saw the benefits of it, I'm like, in order to not have to pay rent, I had friends that were around the same age or the same job as me. They got single family houses, and they were struggling to pay their mortgage after they paid their down payment.
Wow.
After you pay that down payment and you paying a mortgage yourself every month, it can start, they were working overtime just trying to keep up with it. I didn't have that experience at all. I just was saving my extra money and taking trips.
It's amazing what one property can do for someone's lifestyle. So you talked about that property helped free you from the job. What kind of work were you guys doing back in 2017?
Well, we were working at a car plant in our local city, and we hated it. We were around toxic people. It was a toxic environment. We were doing like repetitional work, moving parts and plates and all this
Getting
stuff.
hurt.
Yeah, getting hurt. And
Injured.
Oh, wow.
just wasn't a good place. But
Gotcha. How was it dating somebody you worked with? How did that go?
it actually was, he was a good person, so it was
Yeah.
good. But when you in a toxic environment, it actually was challenging because we had people hating on us, trying to keep us from talking to each
Oh,
other.
wow.
Yeah.
Um,
People saw something in us that people saw something in us that they were really going through extensive measures to try and keep us from like
True.
being together. So that was the thing that was the worst part. And I feel like both me and him was like, we didn't really particularly want to date somebody at our job, but when you find a good person, it's like, I don't care where
You
you
gotta
at.
make it work. You
Grocery
gotta make
store.
it
Yeah.
Who made the first move?
Me, she got transferred to my department, so I
Okay.
saw her come in, and she got transferred with this other girl, and everybody was checking them two out. But I'm like, I gotta talk. At least I told myself I'm at least gonna be her friend, and that was my honest. That was just
Yeah.
me being 100% like whatever happened. I just want to be her
Yeah.
friend. She looked like somebody I should talk to. It just was like something that Gravit told me to talk to her. And
All right.
here we are. So
Good stuff.
I made the move
So,
and put my
and here
sauce
we
on it.
are, all these years later. So
That's
I'm
right.
big on formulas, strategy. You guys are too. So even though you guys are in a small town, some might say, well, they're in a small town. But first of all, people always have an excuse why they can't do something. Or
Oh,
people
yeah.
might say, you're in a small town. But I have the theory you guys could tell me this. No matter what, let's talk about notary. Any city or state you're in, you could work a notary business. I don't care where you are. Maybe California may charge a little bit more. You could do the same thing somewhere else. Is real estate the same way that no matter where you are, there is a way to make profitable make profitable income from deals?
Well, yeah, 100%,
Absolutely.
because everybody needs housing wherever they are.
Wherever they are.
Even in other countries, when we travel out the country, everybody needs housing. We even saw
Yeah.
opportunities in other countries to do the same type of thing. So
Yeah.
anywhere that you need a house,
Yep. And the cost of living in the area will dictate how much money you get. So that's why it's a business that you could copy and paste in any city and state that you're in. It's a business model in the specific way that we do it. It's kind of like you buy a house at this price with this interest rate. You want to be looking for at least this amount. It's copy and paste method that you can make profit anywhere.
And I would even encourage people that want to get out of their current city, if they want to move somewhere else, consider
yeah.
buying a duplex in that city you want to live in. That way you can get over there and live for
Yeah,
free.
that's a good idea.
And
That's
bam,
right.
you wherever you want to be at.
Bingo. So a real test is passive income. People talk about it, but you guys went on a trip. How long were you guys away for?
3 months.
Yeah, a quarter of a year.
It was that long?
Yeah,
Oh,
3
wow.
months.
So you guys were out the country in Africa for 3 months, living off a rental income and managing your property. So that was a real test. How did you guys succeed with that test?
Our system that we have in place helped us a lot. I mean, we're just doing everything we did back home. We get tenants that pay us, through our platforms online. So we were getting rent payments, maintenance requests, anything that comes through the platform. And we just got good tenants. So
yeah, and one thing that we teach people, like he said, is how to find those people. And even though we tell people, like the people that we teach, we tell them like, listen, you'll work less than an hour a month. The fact is that we work significantly less than that. We just say that as like an average, so you can expect like maybe you might have to do this much. There's times we go for months without interacting with our properties at all, other than getting paid every month, because we get paid every month. That's the main task that we have, is to get that money.
Okay. Is there a type of tenant you prefer more? Section 8, cash tenants, Airbnb, any preference? Don't care, all the above?
I feel like it's good to have a diversity. So for us particularly, Airbnb in our specific market in our town is not as profitable as it is in like a major city. We don't live in a major city. In major cities, you might have an Airbnb that make way more money than your long-term rentals. So for us, we don't prefer Airbnb specifically because of the area that we're in. So we could
Got
make
you.
a little
Okay.
bit, yeah. So specifically, but as far as like Section 8 and cash paying, we do like Section 8. We do. A lot of people don't like
I
it.
love Section.
Yeah, but we do like
It's
Section 8.
guaranteed. When I wake
Yeah.
up, it'd be 12:59 or 2 in the morning. If I just randomly check my bank account, it's
Yep.
there.
But we got a combination
Man.
of tenants.
So-
We got a combination of tenants. So like, for instance, Section 8 come on the first every single month, but I got a tenant that pays before the first. So
Yeah,
Mm,
so they have
That's
that cash and the ability to do that.
I
that's
was gonna have
fire.
a mixture.
It's
Yeah.
good to have the man. Okay. You, by the age of 32 and 29ish, you guys were able to fully live off of your rental income, right? I know some of you guys, I know you guys are self-employed, you might do a little something here and there, but that takes rental income fully takes care of your life. You were right around 30. That's tremendous. Debt. Are you Louis Vuitton? Are y'all Gucci? Are you new cars? Are you old cars? What's your thoughts on debt and luxury items?
I mean, the only debt we have is on some of our properties, but we don't,
Okay.
you know, like my wife, she tells me she don't want bags, she just like trips. So we take
Okay.
trips.
I
I'm
had to
not.
take
It
trips.
probably
Yeah,
costs less
she
for the
don't want
trip
a
than the
Birkin
bag.
bag.
We like a lot of things that are, and that's the thing, like what you say, some people say, well, they have excuses for why they can't get into real estate or why they can't save enough. But if you look at your lifestyle, you'll find different areas that you're spending money. So we're not super frugal because that's like we said, we was in Kenya for 3 months. That wasn't a free trip. Like, that wasn't a free trip. But we spend money on things that we care about. So like we don't care about designer handbags and clothes. So we have nice clothes, but they're just standard clothes. Our cars are paid off.
Yeah.
I'm not a car person. So I got a brand new car in 2015 by default because I had to. I couldn't find a used car. And I paid it off within like a couple years. And we don't have any car payments anymore. So
All right, no car payments, retired right around 30-ish, enough money in rental income from 7 units to not work at all. Look, people got to pick. Is it worth it for the new lease every year, every 2 years, or would you rather have the option to never work ever again within 7 years? So you guys had a unique strategy. You didn't go crazy. It wasn't trying to get rich quick. It was roughly, give or take, about a property a year. Was that part of your plan? Did you plan that out, or did it just happen that way?
It kind of just happened. I mean, we knew we wanted property, but
and it's specific to the system that we use. Like we said, it can be like there's some times, especially like right now, we're coming to a good time in real estate where we heard from. Now we can't see you, Dre. Okay.
I mean,
Okay. Now we're coming to a good time in real estate where we're hearing from some realtors that the playing field is going to be even. So it seems like it's not so much a seller's market or a buyer's market, which is good for somebody looking to get into real estate. For us, we have a specific strategy of getting a property at a certain price so we can maximize our potential. That's why we were able to retire with only a few properties because we were specifically careful. There were sometimes we seen a property that we really wanted. We like, man, should we bid that amount? And people bidding it up. And we're like, wait, how are they gonna make money off of that property?
Not gonna make money.
Like we don't want 50 properties and still gotta work 2 jobs. Like that's too, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to choose. Like sometimes when you get into it, it's just like some people say about tattoos. Once you get one, it's addicting. You got to get another one.
They want
That's
to keep
how
on
it feels
getting,
like. Yeah, it feels like with properties, but you can't get stuck in like paying too high prices. A lot of these investors, especially in our city, probably in all y'all cities, they'll pay a large amount and then be trying to get rid of the property later.
And not to be too personal, but you guys never were rich from your careers. Is that fair?
No,
Okay.
not.
Now I bring that up not as an insult, just to show people this whole thing is possible if no matter where you're at, you can do this.
Yeah.
What are you willing to give up What are you willing? How long are you willing to give it up for? And are you prepared for the long haul? A property or so a year, life freedom in 6 or 7 years after you first started. Do you guys have a favorite property?
I mean, of course, the house that we live in. Are you talking about like
Yeah.
out of
I
our
feel like the single
A
family.
portfolio, yeah.
Yeah, one of our single family houses that we would say that's our favorite rental.
yeah, yeah.
I don't, yeah.
Is it the most money? Is it the best house?
I just think it's the best house. Like we would live in all our houses. That's one of our things that we do is any house that we buy and we fix it up, we make sure that we would
Oh,
live in it. So
Yeah.
it's
you
to
would
our
live in it.
standards. We're
Okay.
not gonna like
Yeah, we would live in all of our houses, like he said, but this house got it all. Like it got the space, it got the driveway, it got the. It's one of the
big
ones we like.
kitchen.
Okay, we got to get a good tenant for this one. It's like we do with all of them.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I think I don't see you guys now.
Oh, why did you do that?
Okay.
Sorry about that. I don't know why
You're
that
back. Okay. That's pretty fly. So people need help. Even with information now, I think there's too much information out there, to be honest with you. I think people get lost because they don't know who to follow. They don't know a roadmap. Who are you? Who do you guys want to talk to? Who do you guys want to enroll with you, to work with you, for you to help them achieve what you did and more in the next several years? Who are you talking to?
talking to the people that are on these 9 to 5 jobs that, they might feel stuck or they might even hate their jobs or they just want to make some extra money and they tired of struggling and working 2 or 3 jobs. So we want to talk to those people because we can relate to them. We were We were at the jobs that we hated, doing work that we didn't believe in, and we want to help them get to where we are.
Yeah, and like I always say, even people who have zero intentions of quitting their job, the thing about having a passive income like this in a specific model that we show people, you don't have to put the extra effort in. If you want to make more money on your job, you either have to ask for a raise and hopefully get it, or get another job or work overtime. This is something that is sustainable, even if you have a job. I was just telling him, it was like it's somebody who I know personally, a family member of mine who's really being impacted by, this is 2025, the current things that's going on in the US with the administration. They have a job that they specifically chose this job because they were able to do certain things. Now that things changing, they've been having emotional breakdowns and they're looking to be able to leave that job, but they can't leave it until they find another job. When you have something like this, when you have a few $1,000s of real estate money in your pocket, you could be like, yo, this job is really bad for us. We were really getting hurt at our job. Like physically, the car factory, people were getting surgery after surgery. Some jobs you have to leave for your emotional, your mental, and your physical health. And you sometimes can't do that if you don't have that flexibility. So just having a few extra, hey, if I quit this job now, I got a few months so I could look for another job. I don't have to just jump and see if I can find a job right away. That job might not come up for another 6 months. Are you going to stay there and get that third surgery? Or are you going to, you might not have the choice but to stay.
Just on an emotional level and peace of mind level, how does it feel to have enough money coming in monthly that you never have to work a job ever again around 30? That's crazy. How does that just emotionally feel?
It feels amazing to be able to wake up to my wife and we got a daughter and I could just I'm watching my baby grow up and having these times with Lex and just her not having to go to work. And, when she was in her pregnancy and everything like that, I was there, I was present. I wasn't rushing to go anywhere. I could be there.
Yep.
So,
and I'm not going to lie, for me emotionally, when you have something that becomes a part of your life, unfortunately, sometimes it just becomes a natural part of your life. So there's sometimes where we have to look at certain circumstances where we like, dang, I'm glad we don't have to deal with that. Wow. Like, so certain things have to happen to we like, wow, like everything that people are going through, we are the only ones other than like grandparent generations that are retired in our family. And it's people who at that retirement age that can't retire. So when we look at that, it becomes our normal life. But those things, when you see those things, it impacts you. When you see us being in Africa for 3 months and we were there. Yeah, we were there because we were looking to see if we would move to another country. So this is still in our plans to find another place. We can live in that country and we're part of a group, the main thing people say in that group who wants to move to another continent, they say, hey, how do people making money over there? Like, do they have any jobs? I'm a CNA. How can I? So their main obstacle is not having money that's coming in without them physically doing the work. Because there's not a lot of jobs in some places overseas. Like, you have to come with a plan. We would have been able to stay over there. That 3 months could have turned into the rest of our lives if we wanted to with what we have here. And that is mind blowing. And like I said, we don't take it for granted ever. We're always grateful, but it's part of our lives now. That freedom, we can't never go back. Like, that's why we say we'll never sell our properties. We're not attached to it. We'll sell it for a better benefit, for a larger unit or something. But we're not gonna just sell it for the cash and then go back to work. We can't do it ever again. Like, we can't.
And speaking of that, the cash, if you have to tap into the cash, do you have at least one property that has at least $100,000 in equity?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All of our properties.
All of our properties we bought at least doubled in value.
Yeah.
At least
some of them don't even have mortgages, so they're just.
So if you needed cash, you can just tap it. Hey, just knock on the door. Hey, Mr. Bank lady, Miss Bank lady. Hey, we need a quick 80. You got us.
The property is a bank.
Yeah,
that's why we love it. It is a bank.
The property is a bank. I could not put it any better myself. Shout out to you guys, and you guys mastered your skill set. Now you're helping others. How can they sign up?
They can go to www.realfreedomthroughrealestate.com and they can check out our training program. And and if they want to work with us directly, we have live coaching going on.
But if somebody's watching this video right now, it is May 7th, 2025. We have discounted this for a limited time because of what's going on currently. We just listen, if somebody wants the information, now is the time to get it. Like, we want to help as many people as we can. It's not going to be this price forever, but we just want people to be able to experience this. Like, we want people to be able to experience this, and it's going to be for a limited time. But I'm telling you, if you want to experience true freedom, if you want to experience the ability to be able to get money without all the extra legwork, this is one of the only business that we came across that's like that.
100%.
I'm sold. Shout out to you guys. Congrats. And I want to just a property a year, a couple of duplexes in there, a couple of singles could change around your whole life forever. So new car, you get the new car, but maybe get it after the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 properties.
Yeah.
Get it after you get this stuff. 3 months in Africa. You could have stayed there if you wanted to.
Could have stayed there. Yeah. The only reason we didn't stay because we want to look at some other places and having a little
I love it.
Going back, and we're gonna be exploring some other countries, but
I love it.
Stay.
I love it. The link is below. You guys sign up, learn from these great people, and they'll teach you how to do it as a couple too. All right. See you guys soon. Peace.
All right. See you, Jay. Thank you.
Peace.